Hi guys, it's Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and I am here with my Earth sign reading for the Gemini full moon. I've got some candle glare in my glasses, but I worked so hard to have everything set up so symmetrically. I think I might just kind of have to put up with it. Anyways, hi, how are you guys? It's great to see you. Obviously, I don't see you, but it's great to be here for you. It is so good to be reading here for you guys. Like, I don't even know where my phone's at. I don't know what time it is. Oh, I'm recording with it, duh. I don't know what time it is, but like, I had the longest week at work. And then I actually like had made it a commitment to myself to get readings out, even though they're abbreviated, okay? I knew I didn't have the energy for 12 full moon readings, and I don't know why I do that twice a month. But anyways, it's just a lot of energy. And now that I'm working very full time again, it's just a little harder to get out. Okay, I'm still doing personals. Book me below, or book me at the information below if you're interested in that. I have like quite a bit of weekend availability, okay, and evenings as well. So let's do that. Let's do a reading. Hit me up. Let's do it. Earth signs, okay? So this here video, like I said, I can't do 12 videos this week, you guys, but I'm doing 4. So water and air are posted. Those are really, really, I felt like important messages to get out. And then today's Friday the 13th. Obviously, happy Friday the 13th, witches and warlocks. I love you all. You know, I don't love the title. I don't like that word. I've been into it before. Maybe. I don't know if I posted that video. Anyways, I have feelings about the word witch, okay? And it's because I know my history. All right, let's move along. Happy Friday the 13th. Happy Gemini full moon. Last night was the Gemini full moon, and I did the most amazing reading for you guys, okay? And I've been really stubborn about, you know, I film with different like setups and camera angles and things like that. It's just whatever I can make work at the time. I got this new webcam, and I really like facing it down, you know, the way that my earth and my water signs, I'm sorry, my air and water signs were for this full moon, where you can see the deck from a bird's eye view. The problem is that this webcam is hooked up to like my really old computer, and it keeps up my files. Pardon my language. It just keeps jacking up my files, okay? And it's just been a source of frustration. And after I did that reading, and then I cranked one out for fire signs, I was just absolutely spent. And it was my full moon. I had to do my full moon things, okay? I did my bath. I did my meditations. I did all my good full moon magic. I actually made a video about full moon magic that my computer also goofed up. So there were 3 really great videos I put together for you guys last night. All garbage. All garbage. Actually, it just cuts out halfway through. So some of this message is there, but it was a weird energy. I don't know how to say it. Okay. I tried to go live actually initially, and my computer was not having that. So I went ahead and I filmed a couple readings and earth signs. You want to skip ahead to today's reading? Go ahead and do that. It's timestamp below. Okay. I'm going to make this astro forecast really, really brief because we've already gotten through most of what we need to get through this week. Okay. But your reading, earth signs, our reading was one of the most beautiful and uplifting readings that I've done in a really long time. And I want to talk to you guys about it. Okay. So I'm very, very sorry that I don't have that to show to you, but I'm going to do a recap of it before I go into my reading for the earth signs. That's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. If you're like a triple like Virgo, triple Capricorn, something like that, then look around. Just really like anytime the title resonates with you, that might be your message, okay? Also, even though there are dates on my readings, they don't like, they're messages in bottles, and they're going to wash up on your shore when it's time, okay? It may not ever be your message, but sometimes the dates that are below are not, it's not like this message expires after that, okay? So just obviously take what resonates with you, leave the rest. It's their general readings, blah, blah, blah. So I think I've got my disclaimer below, okay? Timelines are fluid, relationship roles are reversed, etc., okay? But it was a really, really, really significant reading, and I felt all night long that it was going to be one, and to the point that I'd rushed through the astro forecast. But I do want to go ahead and go over that. Like I said, it's Friday the 13th. We had so many major transits. Aside from the Gemini full moon, which I don't know how that affected you. I work in a school. I work in a middle school. My God. It was a week, you guys. It was a week. And actually, I'm kind of glad that I'm here doing this officially for you guys today. This is a video that will end up posted because it was just this much more uplifting day that I had today. Okay. So I'm really happy to be reading from you guys from that space. I had the uplifting reading last night. I had almost no energy for my fire sign reading. And so it's probably good that I'm giving them a second chance too. Let's be honest. Okay. So, real quick, I do want to talk about Sagittarius. There's so much Capricorn energy right now that we can overlook. In fact, I talked about in my December astro forecast. It's really easy to overlook that we do have the sun and now Mercury for just a couple weeks. These two planets in Sagittarius, by the time Mars gets there, everybody else is going to be in Capricorn. Like heavy in Capricorn. All right. So just know that these next few months are actually going to be really, really, really very heavy. Okay. It's just going to be, it doesn't mean you're not going to have fun and enjoy yourself, but there is a lot going on at the collective level. And I have videos that I'm planning out that I'm going to do for you guys for that. Okay. Get a little more into my philosophy. What am I talking about when I keep saying that we're like closing out these karmic contracts? Okay. That's actually really, really important for you guys. I had an intuition for my earth signs before I did the astro forecast, before I did the video last night, that this week was especially going to be hard for us for some reason, for my earth, all my earthies. Okay. And I don't know why I had that sensation, but when you look at the planetary aspects, the transits that we had going on this week, I remember now. Thank you so much for bringing that back to me. All right. The thing is, you can skip the astro forecast, but you're also skipping all the messages that are being channeled to me in the meantime. Okay. So skip ahead at your own risk. It's timestamped if you want to do that. Okay. It's felt like here's the thing. For earth signs, our values are very important to us because we are planners. We are goal makers. We are long-term. We know what we want in the future because we know what we want for ourselves now. We know what's important to us if we're in a good place. Okay. That's kind of our ideal, is to be in a place of security and stability. And that's been elusive to us, I think, for the past week, because with Venus meeting up with Saturn and Pluto, our values, there's been this tug of war between maybe what we used to want and what we're beginning to want now, or what we've always done and what we wish we could do. All right. And so it's just this really interesting tug of war between what's practical, where maybe your practical side is pulling you in one direction, but your heart is pulling you in another direction. Your logical mind is saying one thing, but your intuition is saying another. Okay. It's been that kind of back and forth within us all. And that feels very ungrounding. Okay. Typically when I do these tarot readings, I have my Tibetan singing bowls going on in the background. And it's usually heart chakra up. It's my upper chakras, because this is what connects me to this, all this out here. Okay. No, I've got sacral chakra music on right now because I really felt like I needed to be tethered to the earth. I needed to be grounded. I felt so ungrounded. I am a Gemini moon, and this is the Gemini full moon. This whole week, you guys, I have been just really mellow doing my thing. But man, if you've gone through what I've gone through, we've gone through some things this week. Okay. Just internally. Okay. And that's part of why your message was so important. Okay. Opportunity is the card that I started off with on your reading last night. And that wants to call my attention to the Jupiter aspect that's going on with Uranus this weekend, okay? And it's something we're going to feel for a while. Jupiter is in Capricorn and Uranus is in Taurus. And these are both earth signs, okay? These are slow-moving planets. Jupiter's a karmic planet, but it's the one that wants to bring you blessings. Typically, when it's in when it's in Capricorn, which is a Saturn-ruled energy, what the energy that it's more likely to take on is that it's going to be bringing you opportunities that if you grab those, you know they're going to be hard work. But they're great opportunities. All right. And also its expansive energy is at work so that anything that you're having a hard time releasing so that you can move forward, Jupiter is going to put that under a magnifying glass. It's going to grow it just as much as possible until it literally becomes too much and you have to put it down. Okay. So that is the energy that I'm feeling with that Jupiter's going through. Uranus likes to break out of things. It likes to sneak up on us. It likes to surprise us. It likes to completely pull the rug out from under us. But then we realize that like the flooring under this rug is amazing. Okay. So the earth, like the universe, might literally be pulling out of this really nice, you love this Persian rug. It's this beautiful, beautiful rug. But then as soon as they pull it out, you have this like gorgeous marble floor, like mosaic tile, whatever it is you can imagine. Okay. There's something even better under that rug. Okay. So if anything really dramatic happens to you and it leaves you mad at first, understand it was probably a blessing in disguise. Okay. That's the energy that I'm feeling with this Jupiter-Uranus trine, okay? You don't have to understand astrology to, like, get what I'm trying to say to you about what the universe, what the sky, what the stars are trying to do to help you through this long winter, okay? Because Jupiter's going to be Capricorn for, like, a year. And Capricorn is a building energy. All right. And I think that part of what's going on in the sky right now is really easy for us earth signs because we are planners. We are builders. We like to be grounded. Okay. All right. But let me go ahead and get into, because we're already 10 minutes in. Let me go ahead and get into the rest of that reading that came up tonight or last night, because it ties in right here, okay? Sometimes the greatest gift that you can give to yourself, and in fact, for some of you guys, this is the self-care card that came out. Because we've all been through so much that I start off with my self-care deck, and that kind of shapes the rest of the reading. So instead of pulling a new one for you tonight, I want to talk about this one, because I legit talked about this lady for like 20 minutes last night, okay? I got so many messages from her, and I'm just going to go ahead and go over the ones that I felt were really important. When I was unable to post this reading for you guys, I felt so defeated. It was such a good, beautiful, amazing energy, but at least I got that reading, right? It was, you know, I was one of its intended recipients, okay? Release your ties to the past. When you let go of the old, you make room for the new. That's the message that's on the back of this card, okay? And that's a really, really, really big part of whatever it is you're trying to build at this time, Earth sign. The problem is we can be very stubborn and set in our ways, okay? Especially if you have any sort of like Earth Moon, Earth Rising, any of these placements, okay? Your view of the world is not necessarily set in stone, but it's more stable than most people's, okay? You like to know what you know. So when all of a sudden your entire world changes, it doesn't matter how nice that marble floor is, okay? You're still mad that the rug got pulled out from under you because all of your habits and all of your patterns somehow incorporated that rug. Earth signs are very aware of the world around them. And if they are in control of their lives, they feel very, very, they're in control of the world around them. Pretty much. That's what a well-grounded earth sign is capable of. Okay? So change is not our favorite thing. Okay? And what happens is sometimes our external world changes so much, we change on the inside, okay, that we can have a hard time releasing ourselves from old patterns of thinking, old assumptions. We got like this whole filing cabinet of what we know to be true. And when you change, you got to go in there and clean out the files. You got to update those files. You guys, okay? That's what we have to do. We have to update our way of thinking about ourselves in the world and the world that we live in, okay? What is possible within it, okay? So I got this opportunity card, and the rest of the reading, and I'll come back to it. The rest of the reading, was beautiful, okay? It came out, I've got this new light and shadow tarot, and it is gorgeous. And just some of the most beautiful cards came out last night. We started off with the Devil, and then we had the Empress, Judgment, and the Lovers, okay? So 4 cards from this deck, and then I pulled out 5 cards from this deck, and guess what I got? The Devil, the Devil, Judgment, and the Lovers, okay? So this is definitely, in my mind, these, minor arcana cards, that many majors and that many double confirmations with majors, that was an intense, significant message. So basically, the story that it was telling me is that you've gone through some change. You are going through some change. We're all going through some changes, okay? There's something in our past that presented itself to us, and we recognize the tremendous potential in it, but for some reason, we're unable, because of the Devil, because of fear, self-doubt, just our shadow side, maybe some karmic stuff we were trying to work out, okay? Some cycles we had to close, all right? Basically, closing out a karmic cycle means that you're making a new rule for yourself. You're choosing to walk a different path forward in life, okay? You're like, I don't do that anymore. I am this new person who does this new thing, okay? And if you're into the work and you're into the journey, it's amazing how often those things can happen, okay? But that's, for me, in my mind, the goal of this lifetime, okay? Learning about ourselves, moving forward, becoming the people that we're meant to be. Okay. Something presented itself to us in the past, but because of the Devil and that which the Devil card represents, we were not able to choose it. This Judgment card says, we've got this opportunity coming up again. Either the same opportunity or something equally full of potential to really, really nurture and create and provide for you, for yourself, okay? That Empress energy, you have a second chance at that. And in fact, this time, the payout's going to be double, okay? So if it's an Empress opportunity that you're seeking, you're going to find the Empress within you. It becomes this mirror energy, okay? Because before we have the number 3, Empress, there was only potential, okay? Judgment card is the present or very near future. Maybe it's the recent past. And that Lovers card on the other side of it signifies that this time around, because we've dealt with our Devil, so to speak, this potential, we're able to choose, okay? Lovers is a card about choice. A choice that you make, okay? And so in making that choice, you essentially get to be your own Empress sitting next to another Empress. And just, if it is a relationship reading, and it very much, the Lovers came out so many times, you guys, okay? But it was just really this story of somebody who's afraid to go back and get that thing that they saw that had so much potential. Actually, the Nine of Wands ended up coming out from both decks as well. Okay, the Nine of Wands was on the bottom of this deck and came out of this one. And the Nine of Wands in the first deck just looked very, very clumsy. He looked like he didn't really know what he was doing the first time around. Whenever he met up with this Empress, this thing that was full of potential. Okay, but what was weird is he just seemed very awkward in the way he was holding his wands, very inexperienced. But the top of his wands were these eyeballs. You guys, this deck is beautiful. I can't wait to share with you. On the top of these wands were these eyeballs, okay? And this person is afraid to go back for that which they saw had so much potential because they think they're still going to be handling it in that clumsy way. But here's the thing. They were learning that first time around, okay? And also they had the Devil pulling at them. If you're over that, yeah. The Judgment card is coming along to give you a second chance to grasp and choose the potential that was once available for you before. Okay? So do not lose faith. Okay? And in fact, another thing that I think a lot of my earth signs are going through, like that's pretty much the gist of the reading. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. There was just so much double confirmation in it that it was a very strong message. I think my video was like 40 minutes long. This one's going to be pretty long because here I am talking about yesterday's reading for 20 minutes. Okay. But another change that a lot of us are going through, yeah, me too, you guys, definitely. In the past 6 months, this is what I've been going through and what a lot of you guys are going through. Okay. In fact, I'd say this was me for many, many years. And it's only recently that I've begun to change this. Okay. You'll get what I'm talking about. 2 things came forward about this lady. One is her outdated sense of fashion. Okay. So I feel like somebody dressed like this is what she wore to like junior prom in 1987. And 32 years later, she has changed. But the way she presents herself to the world, the environment that she feels comfortable in, because she's been wearing that dress since the 80s. It's comfy. Okay. This is the way she sees herself. This is the way she places herself in the world. And it's time to update that. And obviously, you guys, it's a metaphor. Okay. I'm not saying go get a new wardrobe unless, of course, that's a part of your thing. I want to. Just like half of one. I could really supplement it right now. That's all I'm saying. Just to meet my new self. You know what I mean? To be able to express myself in new ways. Because clothing is also, that's another thing. It's a form of self-expression. If you're a different person now, you get to express yourself in different ways. But if you're an earth sign, you're probably just in the habit of expressing yourself in the way that you always have. Okay? So a consistent message that I'm getting for for like pretty much all elements, all signs this time around is that you've got to stop and recognize when you're a new person and sometimes catch up your way of thinking to the changes that you've been through. Okay? Okay? All right? You've been through a lot, you guys. We've been through a lot. All of us have. Humans have. If you're paying attention, okay, if you're doing the inner work, really trying to be your best self and not everybody else's, okay, every now and then you have to peel away. You have to take off. You have to peel away this outer layer of your clothes. Put on a new garb. Doesn't make any sense. I'm thinking of different words for like apparel, okay? It's almost like the word I want is facade, but it doesn't mean like not in a fake way, but just the face that you show the world, the way that you express yourself, the way that you move amongst your environment and society and in your life and in your choices. You need to update all of that when you become a new person. When you close out a karmic cycle and you're done doing things the old way, you have to update everything in the filing cabinet about what you believe in, what is important to you, what you're willing to put your energy into now. Okay? The second message that came through, besides her need for a makeover, is this moon that she's found. Okay? She has picked up this moon, and the vibe that I got is it's definitely a high priestess vibe. Here's the difference. The high priestess has this crescent moon, this intuition up here in her third eye, at her third eye chakra. Okay? And that means she is very good at receiving the intuitive messages that are coming to her. Some of you guys are just like, oh my God, you guys, I think my intuition's talking to me. So this is a new relationship with your intuition, okay? So holding it at a place that, because it got me talking about how the Hierophant has the crescent moon, okay? Like the knowledge at his throat chakra, because he's there to teach the truth, okay? That the high priestess receives. Okay, but this one is all the way down at like root or sacral chakra level. Okay, so if it's at your root chakra, that's just saying Kundalini awakening. Your chakras are awakening, and what happens is they lead to your third eye and your crown chakra, which is essentially how you receive intuitive messages, you guys. Okay, intuitive messages. You guys are just beginning to understand your intuition. Okay, this is like a brand new awakening if we interpret it that she's holding it at her root chakra. Okay, if she's holding it at her sacral chakra, which I kind of think she is, that's her baby that she's growing inside of her. But either way, this suggests a brand new relationship with your own intuition. And some of you guys, that's the thing that's making you want to go in and update all your data. Be like, wait a second, this doesn't match what I know to be true about the world. Because like I said, earth signs are very, very grounded people. Let me tell you guys. I've experienced things that I did not know, I didn't really like believe were possible. At least I didn't understand scientifically what's going on with that. There is a scientific explanation, actually, for the awakening of intuition. Okay, if you feel like you're going through that and you need some like hard science, or at least like psychological science, or you know, something like that, because I'm a former academic, you guys. Very grounded in what I believe. Okay, and in fact, if I end up doing kind of like a moon magic video again, I'll talk about my philosophy and how it is very much grounded in reality. Okay, but if that's something that you're struggling with, okay, coming into your intuition as a very grounded earth sign who just doesn't understand the real, like, how does this attach to, or how does this, how, in what ways does this fit into the way that I understood the world before? You going through that kind of awakening? Hit me up, okay? We will be friends on that journey. I got info. I got sources, okay? I got articles I can recommend, peer-reviewed. All right? So, nonetheless, awakening into your intuition, having to reshape our habits, our beliefs, and things like that because of what it is that you've been through, okay? But these are all, there's a lot of things that we need to be able to release. I know it's going to be backwards. I don't know if I'll flip this video or not. It's just something we're going to have to release. Those old ways of doing things, okay? But if you do that, oh my God, you guys, that judgment energy, oh, it was amazing. Angels were singing. That's all I'm saying, okay? So, enough with the reading I did for you last night. Let's see what reading I'm going to do for you today. Divine spirits of love and light, ancestors, angels, guides. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the ability to channel and deliver these messages to the collective. Please let me, yeah. Just let me know what you gotta say. All right. Thank you. I always start out very formal, and my guides are like, Molly, it's us. We're good. But I like it. I like the intuition. Okay, it's an uprights only deck, so those two definitely jumped out. 3 jumped out, and I am going to go ahead. You guys, wow. Wow. Okay, I love it. Okay, this is definitely not as deep of a reading as I had for you last night, okay? But I hope that one resonated with you, okay? And I guess this is a good time to timestamp tonight's brand new reading. Okay. Hi guys, welcome to tonight's brand new reading. You really missed out if you skipped what I was saying about the other reading, okay? So I'm just saying, let's just go ahead, and it's not as important, but it's important, okay? Right. Okay. 4 of Pentacles, all right? You guys are holding your ground. This is you holding on to those things from the past, because that's just where you've always been. I'm feeling like then this guy could also be like the Knight of Pentacles because, or just wants me to talk about how the Knight of Pentacles, out of all the Knights, the Knight is the Pentacles Knight is the slowest moving of all of the Knights in the tarot. And the reason why, he's just standing there. Okay. Knight of Cups, horse got a little hoof up. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, horse just standing there. Knight of Cups got a little hoof up. The Knight of Wands, and this is all in Morgan Greer imagery, of course. The Knight of Wands is kind of like, his horse is like, you know, rearing up a little bit. Knight of Swords is rushing in on that horse, okay? And in fact, it's a very powerful energy when it shows up in this deck, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is this guy, the Four of Pentacles. He's not going anywhere until he knows exactly where he's going. This is actually Sun in Capricorn energy. All of these minors have planetary placements, okay? And in fact, all minors, Ace through 10, have planetary associations, like a planet in a sign. And so I love that they show up here. Actually, the aces represent different quadrants. Okay, so it's really 2 through 10 that have planetary placements. Okay, so this is the card that we started out with. Okay, bottom of the deck is just you kind of holding your ground right now, not really budging until you know what you want to do. Okay, it's the mailman. Sorry, my window's open and somebody was out there. I didn't know who it was. Okay, so the Two of Wands is like a readiness to go somewhere, but you don't know necessarily where you're going, okay? It's almost like you are waiting for something to come along and be like, this is where we go. This is it, okay? So, some of you guys think you know the thing and you're planning your way towards it, okay? But this is really just, it is a card of inaction. But there's definitely a lot going on, okay? There's a lot in motion right now. And it's external, okay? You're kind of just sitting there on a precipice, looking out over the sea, looking out over all the places, thinking of all the places you could go, all the potential. You know, this guy's ready to go, though. He is Aries in Mars in Aries, okay? So that is a definite, like, it's the guy standing in the Two of Wands in my Cosmic Tarot deck, which I have to use for you guys today. This guy looks like he's standing at the starting line of a race. And he looks real fancy and dressed up and ready to go, okay? He doesn't look like, he's not like in race clothes. He's in like, you know, this really nice doublet and everything, okay? But this guy's standing at the starting line waiting for something to tell him to go, okay? This is beautiful energy after all that long talk I had about leaving things behind. Because there's something in your energy, something in your way of thinking that feels like a lack. Okay? It feels like there's something you're shut out of. Something that you are missing out on. Or that you miss. It's more of yeah, because that's a different card. Okay. But this is something you feel like you lack, you want, you need, and you just don't have. Okay? Something wants to come along and prove you wrong. Because we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a gift. This is what Jupiter and Uranus are probably up to right now in the sky. And this Princess of Swords is a receptive mental energy. And what that means, she's earth of air. What that means is she's open to new ways of thinking about things. She's open to new ideas. Okay? But this thing that you're waiting for, I think it does kind of come along. But the main thing that it's bringing you is the message that, like, you're not doing so bad. This thing that you are doing, going without, okay, is available to you. This person has their eyes covered up, and that's not typical in the Five of Pentacles. So I'm almost feeling like this is an Eight of Swords energy, where there's something like the solution is there, but you're not seeing it. You're not feeling it. You don't know. Okay. But something, some sort of opportunity wants to change your mind about that. And I think you're open to having your mind changed. Okay. About this thing that you lack, this thing that you miss, this thing that you feel like you do not have access to. That's what it is. Okay. She feels like she doesn't have, because typically it's somebody sitting outside. It's a couple people outside of a church on a snowy day and just being like, wow, I bet it's nice and warm in there. And this person is like on the outskirts of a big city, and there's these lines that make me feel like there's a highway to the city right behind her. And even though this person's bald, I feel like it's her. Okay. The main person, not the person on their side. The other one up there. Okay. But, okay, so this is a city that is all the things that she wants and needs, right? And here's the path. She has access. She's got to jump up on a little ledge and just follow the path, but she's not looking at it. She's looking the other way. This is reminding me of the guy in the Five of Cups card who's looking. He's turned his eyes to his spilt cups. He's so sad. He's so sad. He's turned his eyes and he's pouting. And he's saying, oh, I don't have this person, this card is like, I don't have the thing. I don't have the thing. I don't have any access to go get the thing that I really, really need. But you do. You just don't, you're pouting. You're working from a place of lack. A lack mentality, a poverty mentality of I don't deserve, I don't have, I will never have enough of whatever it is that sustains you. Okay? This person, for some reason, I'm getting a sense of shame. For some of you, you did a thing that cut off your access to something that sustained you. And you feel you're almost too ashamed to like actually even turn around and look at what it would take to go back. So like she made a fool of herself in that city. And she left. And now she's wandering around sad like, oh, I wish I had a city to go to. This is the Two of Wands. This is the guy at the starting line. Okay? He's waiting for the sound of the gun. He's so ready. This is you. And the message that I'm getting is that, go back to this Four of Pentacles. If you try to take, and it's very, very abstract. It doesn't look like he's holding up Four of Pentacles like it typically is what's going on in the Four of Pentacles card, right, in the imagery. But what this is saying is you can't take all those with you, honey boo boo. You're trying to hold on to these Four of Pentacles, and guess what? You can take one. You can take one, okay? And it's one that wants to present itself to you. You have to leave some baggage behind. Look how streamlined he is. He's, like I said, he's not dressed for a race, but he's not going to do so bad because it's not like he's wearing baggy clothes or anything like that. He's very streamlined. He's ready to go. Okay, that Two of Wands is a double confirmation for me that you guys are ready. You're at the starting line. Things are either happening or about to happen. But you got to be careful about what you're trying to take with you, okay? How many of you guys played Oregon Trail when you were growing up, okay? At the beginning of Oregon Trail, you can make all of these choices, even throughout playing Oregon Trail, okay? And you can choose, like, what are your rations per day? How fast are you going? How much are you carrying with you? And the more you carry with you, the slower you're going to go. You've come to a point in your life where you guys have to ford the river. And you know what's going to happen. If you have too much on your wagon, when you try to ford the river, your oxen will drown. You don't want your oxen to drown, you guys. Okay? Because that's what's pulling you towards the Oregon Trail. Okay? That's the funnest pop culture reference I've ever made, but that's what I was channeled to. Okay? You can't take all that shit with you. You can go out and kill 10 buffalo, but you can only carry 200 pounds back to the wagon. You guys know that, right? Okay. You can only carry 200 pounds back to the wagon. If you want to move forward on this here trail, you gotta leave some buffalo meat behind. And shame on you. I'm just kidding. We're getting a little too into the metaphor. Four of Wands has been very consistently showing up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, I need to slow down because I gotta get this. Okay. All right. Four of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. Was on the bottom of the deck very consistently throughout that shuffle. So I feel like it's really quite possible that there's another person out there, a business partner, a friend, a lover, a long-term commitment, who knows? Whatever journey you're trying to go on, they're also trying to go on that journey. And it's not like it's going to be a race between the two of you, but it's like whatever that gun, the sound of the gun that you're waiting for to tell you it's time to go, it's quite possible that that's being mirrored in somebody else that you're meant to move towards, okay? You definitely are coming from a heart space. And that's beautiful. Let's find out about this reversed major. Okay. I have to go back in. I don't know what you were supposed to do. All right. Can you explain the Lovers reversed? Okay. Okay. I'm talking to them, you guys. Okay. So in order to get yourself... Oh, snap. Okay, we got Six of Swords here, Nine of Pentacles here. Okay. Not to be shady, but what I'm hearing is some of you aren't as ready as you think you are, because that the sound of the gun that you're waiting for, you're holding the gun. You're the one who pulls the trigger to say go. Okay? And you are having a hard time making that choice. One more time. Okay, thank you. This card just likes to be shuffled a lot. I don't know how much more I want to get out of it, but it sure does like to be shuffled. All right. He said a little bit more. Okay. So you guys are working through. Okay. All it takes for you to go is for you to choose. That's the Lovers reversed. You just haven't made the choice. That's what you're waiting on, is the choice to be made for you for some external stimuli. But the stimuli needs to be internal. The catalyst for the race, for the let's go, let's embark on this journey is within you. All right. But the reason why you have not, like, you've got a cup that you're ready to present to somebody. The journey that you're ready to go on is one of the heart. Okay. Because we have the Knight of Cups. And that is a It is a young, okay, not the most mature, but it is an assertive energy, okay? Which means he's on a mission. He wants to take something from one place to another. Not just to receive something, but to take something from one place to another. From his heart to somebody else's. But he's stuck here and he's stuck here. He hasn't made the choice yet because he's still working through, and I say he, but it could be like whoever's watching this. If this is your reading, it could be male or female. But this person is working through a lot of their fears and anxieties, okay? They're working towards the place where, like, right now there's a tension between the old self and the new self. What the old self always did and what the new self wants to do differently, okay? And so that Two of Swords, that woman is sitting there not taking any action because she can't decide which one she wants to be, the new self or the old. She doesn't know which way, which sword to take with her. And so you guys, I really feel like this is symbolic of you working through that stuck mind space, okay? In fact, I wouldn't even call it stuck because it's healing, okay? It's a very healing mind space, all right? So, it's all about a change in perspective is what I'm hearing. It's all about a change in perspective, okay? Once you have gone within and really you can understand what is at the base of your fears, what are the things that have been holding you back from just making the choice to move towards the thing that you want, you just have to realize you have everything you need. You think that you're cut off from the things that you need, not. You have them all. You have access to all of them. I told you the Four of Wands, you guys. I told you the Four of Wands, okay? This thing that you're moving towards is ready to receive you. It's going to be so happy, so joyous. I am feeling like this creates a bridge between the past and the present. This could be a soulmate connection, okay? Just because that's what the Four of Wands, you get this 11-11 energy, okay? This is Venus in Aries. Wow. Okay. So Mars in Aries wants to act, wants to move towards the thing. And Venus in Aries wants to nurture it, has arrived at the destination and is able to make investments in that place. Look at this, you guys, the sun. This is a very happy ending to this reading, okay? This extremely, it makes me very happy for you guys, all right? Because that's just whatever it is that you're wanting to move towards, keep doing the inner work. They're all just swords up here. Swords are all yours, okay? All the swords in any of the cards, and actually they're all reversed. Other than the Princess of Swords, which means you're going through the mental work that you have to do to free yourself up enough to be open-minded and receptive to the idea that whatever you need, you've had it all along. Okay? Whatever it is that you think you lack right now, earth signs, look around you. And I promise you will find it. Okay? All right? Be patient. Be good to yourselves. Rest up. I'm going to go ahead and actually, since I didn't pull one, I am going to pull a self-care card for you guys. Hydrate. You got to hydrate during the full moon. But you always got to hydrate. Come on, let's get a self-care card for my earth signs. We're just going through a lot right now up in their headspace. Wow, okay. I'm not taking all of those. Thank you. Okay, clearing, boundaries, and progress. I kind of probably do have to talk about all of them. You are clearing things out. Clear the clutter. When in doubt, throw it out. I love it. I love it. That's your rule of thumb, okay? If you're like, oh, I don't really know if I'm committed to that anymore. You're not. You're not. Throw it away. Throw it away. Let it go. Set boundaries. Protect your precious time and energy. Yes, earth signs do that. Because even the mental work can be kind of exhausting, all right? And then the other one I got was progress. Charge forward, be willing to make mistakes, okay? This is the horse. This is the starting line, okay? This horse has pushed through the starting line, okay? Like I was talking about, that Knight of Pentacles energy doesn't want to take a step forward until it knows exactly where it's going, exactly what its mission is, and exactly what it's going to meet on the way. Well, guess what? You don't always get that. Sometimes you just have to be willing to charge forward. And nobody's perfect, okay? Especially if there's another Two of Wands out there waiting for you. It's just going to be so fun and feel so magical when it happens. You're going to forget all about whether or not you're making mistakes, okay? It's going to feel amazing and beautiful. And I love you all. I'm going to see you at the Capricorn new moon, if not sooner, okay? Bye, earth signs.